Oh my god, somebody kill Beatrice! Oh my gosh!
なんて罪深い人なんですか、あなたは。クソが誰もいねえじゃねえか。
Were you looking for somebody to kill? Like, what's going on? I walked around the forest until I returned to the side of the pond. This was the place we first gathered at. Yet, I was the only one who came. I didn't think they left me, but at the same time, I could totally imagine Beatrice pulling something like that. Not like I cared if she did, but still, the situation pissed me off. It actually revived the anger I just suppressed. Yo, man, nobody told you to kill that man in front of freaking Claudia, man. This whole situation was absurd. I normally knew what made me irritated, but what I was feeling was still a bit too much for me. Why? F if I know. At the very least, I didn't think this was just jealousy or disgrace or whatever the F. After all, those feelings faded as fast as they came. They were just a matter of damaged pride and anger at being looked down upon. I had a concrete image of what I was and didn't like being underestimated. Whenever that happened, I just go and prove them wrong. Hell, I'd even have fun imagining myself doing it. That was why my current rage was different. It didn't transform into any kind of pleasure as time passed. Instead, it simply gnawed deeper and deeper into me. Wait, what?
じゃん、お待たせしました。クラウディアちゃんですよ。
Why, what? My irritation was much like the fear you direct at something you couldn't understand. It was the most bothersome emotion in my eyes.
あれ？なんでしょうか。
Yo, this man is in love.
もしかして私滑っちゃいました？
Nah, you didn't. Yo, you better hug this woman.
でも一応恥ずかしいのを我慢
Make sure Ludwig doesn't get anywhere near your woman, man. She walked out from behind a tree and began speaking nonsense that made me heave a long sigh. Anyone with a normal mentality would never approach me after seeing what I'd done back there. Yet, she did exactly that. I honestly had no idea what went on in her head.
お前が滑ってんのはいつものことだろうが。
And apparently she's used to you being a dick. Shut your mouth. Hug her now.
くだらねえことに頭回してる暇があったら。なんでしょう。
Her puzzled expression always made me sigh. Again, this one, though, was of resignation.
なんでもねえや。他の奴らどうした？
Yeah, do we get some quality time together? Huh? Huh?
ああ、それはですね。リザさんが帰りの足を調達しに行きまして、皆さん今はそちらの方に。で、お前だけが残ったってか。よくベアトリスが認めたもんだな。
Actually, me too.
まあ確かにいろいろ言われましたが、あなた。
Hey, yo, Will, you gotta handle that tonight, man. I gave her a questioning look. Claudia smiled and softened her
あ
tone.
なたが寂しそうだったから。
Yo, Will?
怒っていましたよね。そしてそれはもしかすると私のせいじゃないのかと。は？なんでまたそう思う？それは実際心当たりがありすぎるところなので難しいんですが。
Far too many answers, you say. She began naming them while counting them on her fingers.
役に立たないやつだと思っているとか。
Yeah.
そんなことは承知だ。
Yeah, 100%.
むしろ面倒ごとばかり増やしやがるとか。
Yeah, 100%.
そもそも聖職者が気に入らないとか。
Affirming that would have been a waste of my breath. Ugh.
だからルイのことも気に入らない？
Nah, because he doesn't want anybody near his damn woman. I felt my eyebrows twitch. She noticed and made a strange expression. It looked flustered, troubled, and frightened at the same time, and yet there was also a hint of elation.
ほほー、なるほど、なるほど、そうなのですか。ベアトリスさんに言われたときはそんなバカなと思いましたが、これはなんとも。
Wait, what did Beatrice tell you? Yo, don't tell me she snitched.
何がだよ。 ですから私と彼が仲良くしてるとこにょこにょみたいな。
Yo, she's a snitch!
つまりですね、あなたはその私をそういう目で見ていると。
Oh my god, somebody kill
いやいや、
Beatrice!
そんなありえないでしょ。
Oh my
何を言ってるんです
gosh!
か。ダメったらダメです。ああ、なんて罪深い人なんですか、あなたは。
Wait, what? I did tons of things that could be considered sins, so yeah, I was pretty damn sinful and fully deserving of a scolding. But none of what I did had anything to do with whatever she was thinking. I probably already made that clear, but honestly, I'm not too sure now. Why am I talking like this? Regardless, I did call her stupid for thinking that.
のぼせやがんじゃねえぞアホ。
Uppity!
確かにてめえと野郎にはムカついてるが、そんなしょうもない理由なわけあるか。
Are you sure?
しょうもないって、それはちょっとさすがにひどい言い草じゃないでしょうか。
Yo, come on, you guys both hate the sun. You guys have a lot in common. Get it
俺はその手
done.
の心がねえんだ。
I went and made myself as clear as
お
possible.
前に言わせりゃ、俺だって半分だからな。持っちゃいねえのさ。愛だの、恋だの、そういうもんは。
Well, you can be the other half of the other half, like yin and
ビ
yang.
ルヘルム。
とにかくつまんねえ勘繰りをしてんじゃねえや。
I had no idea why, but I went on to look away from her and had to stifle a surge of feelings I didn't like one bit. Claudia watched me intently and must have gotten some dumb ideas in her head because what she said next was really weird, even for her. What?
それなら私があなたにその心を送りましょう。
Nani?
はあ
Unable to process what she just said, I looked up and saw her aim a faint smile at me. Claudia looked as though she finally found whatever she's been searching for. Her silver hair glistened in the moonlight as her bright white skin became a bit flushed. At that moment, she looked like a rose to me.
私たちは共にノアの子、半分しかない者同士。ならば互いに与え合うことで消化できるはずでしょう。
Yeah, I just want to see Will get it in, man. He needs some love in his life, bro.
あなたは私に光を教え、私はあなたに恋を教える。その尊さ、素晴らしさを従前に。
But the sad part is Claudia is not in the other game, so that doesn't make me
これで釣り合いが取れ
very
ると思いません？
optimistic about her fate.
つまりそれはなんだ。
She was actually saying that she'd make me fall for her. It was definitely something to chuckle at, and that was exactly what I did.
おかしいですか？私では不足だと？
つうか、お前さっきは罪深いだの言って
You
た
know, he does have a good point there.
ええ。ですが思われる分にはありかなとも考えました。結局のところ。
Avoid reciprocating? Nah, we need reciprocation. I mean reciprocation. We need that. Her playful manner of speaking combined with the conceit in her words actually left me somewhat baffled.
だからあなたの初恋になるというのも素敵だなと思いましたよ。そういう恩の返し方もあっていいんじゃないでしょうか。実際あなたはまだなのでしょ？
That's what you think.
ビルヘルム？
Well, I mean, truly loves, I guess she would be the first one, but like, you know, there's that kind of crazy, weird Helga thing going on. I scratched my head, thought, F it, and just said
う
it.
るせえな。確かにそこは否定しねえよ。
At that moment, I grew aware of the fact that I was lacking and that what she was talking about was perfect to fix that flaw. I robbed hundreds and killed thousands, but could any of that really be called something that I truly made mine? For example, pushing Claudia down and whoa, I am not even gonna read that. And there would have been, wait, and there would have been child's play to me, but there wouldn't be a bit of love in that. It would be an unaesthetic destruction, completely unlike that of Lord Hadrich's. Despite claiming to be one of his claws and fangs, all I did was break whatever came in sight. Why am I doing that? I don't know. It was clumsy. There was no emotion to it. Hell, you could even compare to a cow eating its feed in, well, okay, this is getting very dark and disgusting at the same time. What? Because of that, I figured that I would never really have anything until I understood my own kind of love. Upon thinking that, I felt as though Helga started to giggle. Over the course of my life, she was the only one I'd sworn to kill and actually followed through on. And honestly, she was also the only one I felt I had to kill. That made me wonder whether that meant I loved her, and in order to get the answer, I knew I had to kill Claudia. Why? Why though, man? You don't have to kill her. What did she do to you? Since the night I killed my mother, she was the only person who had a soul in death that seemed valuable to me. If Helga was the one who'd brought about my rebirth, Claudia was the first one I'd want to sink my vampiric fangs, my love, into. Thus, I would get her to bloom, make her wither, and then take her for myself. The meaning and necessity of that act was clearer to me than ever before. And that was exactly why what?
お前の初恋はねえのかい?
She disgusted and pissed me off to no end. Just like with Mercurius, there was something about her that I just couldn't understand. The documents given to me by Samuel had made it even more obvious.
残念ながらありませんね。だってそれは罪深いこと。
So, when are we gonna learn the contents of that document? She was at a loss for words and her shoulders shook, a brief yet obvious display of surprise and panic. However, there wasn't a single hint of fear in any of her mannerisms.
人はいつか死ぬものですよ。
She ain't lying there. A bright smile adorned her face as she said that. Not a single tear rolled down her cheek.
だがお前は他のやつよりだいぶ早いはずだろう。
I looked straight into her eyes. Claudia Jerusalem had less than a month of life left. What? Why? The documents were her clinical records, complete with a final conclusion.
終わった。これはどうしましょう。人が悪いですね。
What the hell's wrong with what? That's just sad, dude. And yet she was acting like a child caught red-handed in an act of mischief. Despite being on the verge of death, she didn't express a hint of negativity. It made her seem somewhat transparent.
ご指摘の通り、私は長くありません。だけど、ねえ、
So,
ビルヘルム。
I wonder if he killed her in an act of kindness, the last kindness that he had in his heart, I guess, if that still exists.
あなたが集めているという魂は本当に消費されるだけなんでしょうか。使えば消えてなくなるだけ。そんなことはないはずだと私は思っているんですよ。
何が言いたい？
つまり
Claudia paused and looked up at the moon. She acted like she was looking at something precious, as if that was the land she was seeking.
誰かに愛された魂はその幸福を知るべにして彼らが思う良きところへ導かれるはずだろうと。
And if that was true, the loved souls wouldn't vanish even if they were used as magic fuel.
でもあなたに恋をしてしまったら私は旅立てなくなってしまうのかもしれません。未練が残り欲が残る。 そして人じゃない何かに変わってしまいそうな気がして。
Well, I mean, you might become one with Will. Alright, let me stop. Yeah, I need to see less of this. Like Helga, Claudia had no way of knowing this, but she was basically saying that she didn't want to become a being within me that lived for my love while constantly bathing in blood. Okay, this is super uber dark.
とても罪深いこと。あなたを苦しめる呪いになること。だから嫌です。
She would make me fall for her and just be satisfied from the joy of having done that? She believed that saving me would bring salvation to
そういう
herself.
わけで変な対抗心は燃やさないでくださいね。私はあなたに欠けたものを与えることができる。
I would prefer if you didn't try resisting this.
どのみち長くないこの命、使い切るまでにどうか人並みの価値があったのだと教えてください。
There wasn't a hint of hesitation in her words. She is one dedicated woman. I gotta give her that. However, I could neither understand nor tolerate someone who spoke as if death was a given. She wasn't struggling to overcome it and didn't even seem to want to. That really, really bothered me. After all, that's what I was and still am doing. My intention was to become a creature unknown to death, nor known to life. It would be a true ancestor, the indestructible rose of Lord Hadrich's Valhalla.
しかしまあなんというか少し色気のない会話でしたね。私もそうですが。
What did I lose points for?
ヴィルヘルム、ここは例えば女性の些細な変化に気づいてみたり。
うるせえ。
From that moment, I had a clear vision of what I had to do. I had to make her say just one thing, that she didn't want to die, and there was the only one surefire way to do that. My goal wouldn't be complete until I achieved... I mean, I thought your objective was to kill her, but I mean, this works too.